On the first Sunday of each month is Bikes and Beans. This is a motorcycle and coffee event hosted by Zen Motorcycles. This in fact was their second event ever, and they had over 70 motorcycles arrive. A great array of different styles of bikes and different styles of people, but everyone was absolutely amazing. And to top it all off, amazing coffee on a Sunday morning you just can't lose. But this is not the only reason I was here today. I was here to take out these beautiful Energica Electric motorcycles, the Super Naked and the Super Sports. Now stick around, because after I show this footage of Bikes and Beans, I'll be jumping on these bikes and heading down through the national park with Ben, one of the business partners of Zen Motorcycles. And I've already reached for the clutch twice.
Yeah, I know.
G'day throttlers, welcome back to the channel. Today we had an awesome Bikes and Beans event at Zen Motorcycles today. But the most exciting thing is I'm here with these two amazing machines, the Energica. Energica.
Or Energica.
Energica.
Energica, as you call it.
So they're an Italian built electric motorcycle. There's a super bike and a naked version. And I'm here with Benny, who's one of the part owners of Zen Motorcycles. So he's been kind enough to bring me down to the Royal National Park and feature these couple of bikes. So we're going to talk to Benny later, so stick around. We're going to run through the National Park, swap bikes, and also we're going to sit down and have a chat with Benny to learn more about what these bikes are all about. But let's have a quick look while I'm sitting here and before I saddle up all of the action cameras and get going. Bike version. Now it's the base bike for the Moto E series, and these things just sound amazing when you're on the accelerator. So also the battery regen has been really good. We started on here with a 143 kilometer range, and it's already up to about 192. But we might be reducing that energy rating when we start rolling through the national park here at a bit of a pace. But that's as sexy as. What a beautiful looking bike. This is the naked version. A more upright seating position, but really spot on. Such a nice thing. And different to what I've experienced in the past, these have got really strong engine braking. So some of the electric bikes I've ridden in the past, you didn't have engine braking, so you're relying on your brakes a lot. But you roll off the throttle on these and they are just so responsive, so much fun. And we were rolling with a whole bunch of Harleys for a while, and even those boys were looking across and wondering what the hell is this all about. Anyway, time to hit the road. I'm on the naked bike for the moment. As we get further down into the park, I'll jump onto the super sports bike, and then we'll have a chat to Benny and find out all about these and also Zen Motorcycles. Okay, we're down here in the Royal National Park, and I've just jumped off the naked version. It's, what is it called, an SA9?
SS9.
And it's amazing. Roll on the throttle, it's absolutely instant. I'm about to jump on this for the rest of the trip home, and I'm excited. I'm so impressed by these. We talked about Ben earlier. Thanks for taking me out today, mate. I really appreciate it.
Pleasure, it's been good.
Tell me a little bit first about, so for those who don't know that you have seen my Zen Motorcycles video with Bruce, Ben is Bruce's business partner, the other side of Zen Motorcycles, and part of who's importing these beautiful Energica.
Energica. Or Energica.
Yeah, Energica.
Whichever one you like.
And so, okay, so firstly, tell us about these bikes. They're made in Italy?
Yeah, so basically these are Italian-made bikes. Look, they're good quality, obviously hand-built bikes. All electric, obviously. Effortless power. The amount of power that comes out of these things is unbelievable. But yeah, I mean, we've got a bike that's, that weighs about 280 kilos or so, and has almost 200 newton meters of torque. You pull that throttle and it wants to go. It's unbelievable.
And I can vouch for that. There's some times, obviously, within the speed limit, the legal speed limits, but rolling on that throttle and you just hang on.
Look, you can control it if you want to.
Yeah.
But yeah, you obviously, first time riding the things, you got to obviously take into account how much power really is under that throttle. But I mean, they're good fun, really good fun to ride.
It certainly enhances a very high pitched giggle.
Yeah.
Under the helmet when you roll on, like it's very childlike.
It's like, yeah, you're exactly right, like a small child again.
Yeah.
And you just want to pull that throttle and go, but I mean, it has all the safety features as well. So it's got full ABS, anti-lift on it, and you can control the throttle response as well. So as much as it is a powerhouse to ride, you can handle it if you're careful, I guess, and you think about it. So
absolutely.
Yeah.
And I've also noticed, so when we left Alexandria, we were on about 90-something% charge, and we had 143 kilometre range. Our charge has gone down to about 70% here. We've been to Bald Hill, and we're on our way back north again. But our range has gone up to about 180, so the regenerative process
it's quite impressive.
On your braking is quite impressive.
So you do think about it, don't you?
Yeah.
Is that what you're thinking about when you're riding?
Absolutely.
You don't have a petrol station, you can just go up we don't yet,
Yep.
that you can just plug in. So, I mean, me personally, I feel like I'm always looking at that cluster to see where it's at, but the charging factor, it's quite impressive, and we have come quite a fair way from where Zen is, and it's, I still feel comfortable that we don't have to have any issues with charging or breaking down or anything. So
absolutely.
But you definitely think about it for sure.
And I've also, so the last time I rode an electric motorcycle, it was about 5 years ago. It was a Zero, and back then they had no engine braking. So when you're off the throttle, you're having to use your physical brakes all the time. Now, when you're off the throttle, the engine braking is really strong. And through most of the Royal National Park, we've rarely been on the brakes at all. We've been using engine braking as coming into corners.
Yes, it's quite impressive, isn't it? I mean, I think I use it maybe once or twice coming up here, and it's quite responsive. But again, you can adjust that if you want to. So, because obviously, if you're going to ride one of these for the first time, you have to get used to that, not using the clutch. You use that to slow down and manoeuvre and that. But obviously with these, it's on or off basically. But again, you can control it, so it's quite impressive how it works. And
And one thing that we've discovered today as well, that when you are engine braking and the bike is physically slowing down, the tail light flickers or flashes. When you're on the physical brakes, it's actually a solid red light. So so you can actually tell from behind whether you're regenerative braking or whether you're actually using your physical brakes.
Yeah. It definitely needs it though, doesn't it? 'Cause as soon as you come off that throttle, the thing does stop
absolutely.
you.
It's very responsive.
It's very, very responsive.
And I need to also say that, so I've only done the naked sports at the moment, and it's a very different body position than this. This is going to be another beast altogether. But I have to say that from a performance point of view and a handling point of view, it equals anything that's on the roads these days.
Yeah.
There's it's so responsive. The feel is amazing, and I haven't ridden a bike that's better than the handling that this has.
Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a quality hand-built bike. So,
Yeah.
I mean, everything's refined. They've really thought about everything from, you know, the tyres, the brakes, the riding position. I mean, it's pretty much this one is pretty much a race bike.
Yeah.
You know? But yeah, it's just something that I suppose you got to get used to, just the whole electric side of it. But it's something that, you know, I think everyone's just got to come into Zen and at least get your bum on that seat and give it a go, you know. So
I think you've just hit the nail on the head. Like, whether you're interested in electric or not, you need to experience it.
Yeah.
And I know that everyone that bags electric haven't experienced it. I don't know many people that have jumped off an electric bike, and particularly one of these, without a smile on their face.
Yeah, well, look, I mean, that's how I tell people, like, you know, personally, I was never always into, I mean, no one really was into electric bikes, but I like loud, fast, customized sort of bikes, but when these things came along, I was instantly sold, you know. It's effortless power, and it's instant too, and it's just they're just absolutely awesome to ride.
Absolutely, yeah. I can attest. I'm having such a great time.
Are you converted?
Well, to be completely honest, I'm not ready to own one yet, but I'm enjoying the experience, and I'm really loving where it's going, where it's heading in the future. And we're in an amazing part of history right now where we've got a choice.
Yeah.
We can jump on an internal combustion bike and have the visceral noise and feelings.
True.
Or we can jump on this. Like, my old man used to ride when he was younger, and he didn't have this choice.
Sure.
And we're, you know, and future generations won't have the choice of an internal combustion.
Right. Well, it's only going to get better, isn't it?
That's right. So we've got the best of both worlds, and we can really embrace that in our lives. All right, Benny, let's hit the road again. I'm going to jump on this and see if this overweight middle-aged body can handle this.
Give this a good workout.
My belly sits really nice on the tank there, so I might even fall asleep on the way home. Anyway. Bloody hell.
It's different, eh?
Yeah. Wow, what an epic day. We're back here safely, Zen Motorcycles. These Energicas, Energica, I never get used to saying that. Absolutely phenomenal machines. My pick is the super naked one, the one I rode first. It's more suitable for my body shape. If you like sports bikes, you're gonna absolutely love this. An absolute ripper of a bike. Get down here to Zen, take them for a test ride. You'll see why I've got a smile on my face.